Hey, you guys. So you guys just got finished taking some notes on nouns. We are going to build on those ideas of nouns, and we are going to be talking about apostrophes, and mostly because apostrophes are used with nouns. Okay, so this is a big pet peeve. I'm not the only one who this is a pet peeve for. Go talk to Mr. Fuller. Apostrophe errors are all over the place, and it drives me crazy. The rules are not difficult, but for some odd reason, very intelligent adults cannot seem to follow them. We even have major apostrophe mistakes in our school building. So apostrophes are not easy, but that is why we're going to take notes. Refer back to this at any point in time so that you can make sure you get your notes correct when it comes to apostrophes. So once again, I want you guys to get your ISN with the table of contents filled out, and then the 2 pages that we're working in, get it labeled with apostrophes and get the date and all of that good stuff. And then I will see you back here. So here we go. Hopefully you guys already have a date here, and it should say apostrophes. Okay, and you guys should have a page number up here. It should also be labeled over here. Okay. Okay, so apostrophes. Big pet peeve of mine. So that's why we take a full page of notes on these. No foldables are needed for apostrophes. We're just going to take notes. I will be giving you guys some reference guides in class on Monday to put in here. I guess I should stop saying day of the week so I can reuse these. So are you ready? If I go too fast, you guys can always pause. Okay, so does everybody understand? So you guys can pause, you guys can return and go back. That's what's so great about you guys taking notes off of a video, because I can just give you the notes and you guys can go through them at your own pace and get them all written down. Okay, so apostrophes. Okay, so apostrophes are only used in 2 ways, only 2, okay? The first one is to show ownership or a relationship. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is okay, so the other way is to show where letters are omitted in a contraction. Omitted means taken out, okay? So you have the words did, not, and if I wanted to combine those, it becomes didn't, okay? Now, if you notice, when I combined these 2 words, did not, and I combine it into didn't, see that apostrophe? It is showing that we are taking out the O, that O has come out. The apostrophe goes exactly where that O was, okay? So that works for all the times where you take like did not, is not, she will, all of those. When you combine them into a contraction, the apostrophe goes where the letters are omitted, okay? We are not spending a lot of time on the second way, okay? Because this isn't where the mistakes are made. And in all honesty, you guys, when you guys write for me, you can't use contractions because it's going to be formal writing, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So you will not use a lot of didn'ts in your essays. You're going to use did nots, okay? So in an essay, the only time I should see an apostrophe is when you're showing ownership or a relationship, okay? So we're going to go over these rules. Okay, so when we talk about the possessive case, okay, so if I'm saying that the noun is possessive, I'm saying that it is showing ownership. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 different rules here, and they're all going to be dealing with the possessive. Okay, you guys are going to do an IXL on possessive nouns, and possessive nouns are what we are talking about. Okay, so here are your rules. Okay, first rule. Okay, so first rule. When you are forming the possessive case of a singular noun, okay, you are going to add an apostrophe S. Now, if you go back to the page before this, it talks about singular, collective, or plural. Remember, a collective acts as a singular noun, okay? So if it's a singular noun, you're going to add an apostrophe S, no matter what. Every singular noun gets an apostrophe S, okay? I'm saying that, and I'm saying that, and I'm saying that, because right here, this rule is broken all the time, mostly with names. And I just so happen to have a child, my son, whose name is part of the problem, okay? So my son's name is Wes, okay? There's only one Wes, trust me. Nobody could handle more than one Wes, okay? There's only one of him. So if I want to talk about Wes's pen, okay, he owns it. He bought it with his own money. So it's Wes's pen, okay? I need to turn this into a possessive, okay? Because there's only one Wes, I'm putting an apostrophe S, okay? Now, does this look silly? S apostrophe S? Yes. But there's only one Wes, okay? So this is the case no matter what. So words that end in S, which are mostly names, okay, when it's singular. Mostly singular, ending with S is almost always a name. So the name Miles, okay, it's going to be an apostrophe S, okay? Do you know how many of Wes's teachers have just put an apostrophe after the S? It's insane. If it is singular noun, no matter what it ends with, if it is a singular noun, you put an apostrophe S, okay? The same as you would if you were going to say Mason's pen, okay? Here's the other thing I want you guys to think of. One of the things you guys are going to be doing in your IXL is you are trying to decide whether it's plural, singular, or if it's possessive, okay? If I wanted to say, like the Thompsons are coming to the party. The Thompsons are coming to the party. The Thompsons are not owning anything. So there's no apostrophe. You just add an S saying there's more than one Thompson, okay? But if it's the Thompson's house, then it's possessive. So you guys got to be careful. Not every word that ends with S is going to get an apostrophe, okay? So there's our first rule. Second rule. Okay, so second rule, when forming the possessive case of a plural noun, okay, so this one up here was singular, this one's plural, but you got to make sure it's not ending in S. You're going to add an apostrophe S. Okay, so here's my example. Women, okay, more than one. Okay, if it was one, I'd say woman. Women is more than one. So women's shoes, it would get the apostrophe S. Same with something like children. Children's homework. Children means more than one. It doesn't end with S, so you get an apostrophe S. Okay? Guess what? I don't see a lot of mistakes usually with this one. Those apostrophe S's are in the correct place usually. Okay? Are you ready for the third rule? And it's the one that messes everybody up. Okay? Okay, so the last rule is when forming the possessive case of a plural noun, okay, that ends in S, all you're doing is adding an apostrophe, okay? So these get confused because this one, the word is ending in S, okay? Ends in S, you only add an apostrophe. That's why a lot of people will take words like Wes and Miles and just add an apostrophe because they think that all words ending in S get just an apostrophe. That is not the case. It has to be plural for it to only get an apostrophe. Plural, just an apostrophe. Okay? So here's my examples. Oops. Okay, so I have students. Okay, that means more than one. All the students' homework. Okay, I'm collecting all the students' homework. Then it's just an apostrophe on the end. There's 8 chairs. Okay, so it has that S, but I'm talking about all of their legs. Okay, so the big thing is that to just get an apostrophe on the end, it has to be a plural noun. If it is not a plural noun, then it's an apostrophe S. Okay? Okay, so now, once again, underneath here, there is going to be some questions on apostrophes. Close up those notebooks. I just want to see what you've retained. Okay, if you don't do well, then double check that all your notes are there. Okay, so I will be checking your notes tomorrow and we'll be working with apostrophes and nouns tomorrow in class. So I'll see you guys later.